Well, very lucky to be joined by Kentucky Derby winning trainer Brad Cox, one of the busiest men you'll find. So very excited to be joined by him today. Grade 1 winner to Pan Street, wins the Florida Derby, a very progressive son of Into Mischief. And you mentioned with Kentucky Derby winner Mandaloon, you knew what you had in him prior to the race. What has this colt been able to show you down in Florida and now amidst his final prep?
He's been very steady in the morning. We liked him first time out. He was able to get it done going 7/8. Kind of chased a little bit early in the race and stayed on well. Always thought he'd go long. Obviously ran a big race in the Holy Bull. I think when he hit the lead in the Holy Bull, turned for home, just kind of lost interest a little bit with no target, and then was able to put it all together in the Florida Derby.
This colt you mentioned has kind of been ridden along in his races and has been responsive when Louis has called upon him. Do you find his running style lends to this distance?
Yeah, he can handle it. I don't think there's any doubt he'll be able to handle the mile and a quarter with a good trip. I mean, that's the story with all of them. They have to get favorable trips, comfortable trips. But he's a good gate horse. I think he'll be able to break, put himself in the position Louis needs him or wants him to be in, and hopefully, he responds.
You mentioned trip. That's what the Kentucky Derby is all about. What post position would satisfy you with this colt? Do you find his tactical ability a weapon wherever he lands?
I think with his gate speed, I think he should set a good trip as long as he gets away well, like we would expect him to. And I'm not certain with post. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the other speed in the race, where they're drawn, things like that. But I guess you'd always say somewhere between 8 and 12 is probably good. But we'll see. We'll play whatever hand we're dealt. Bottom line.
Final Gambit, another lightly raced colt, winner of the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Brad, you've had tremendous success with Juddmonte. What has this colt been able to show you in the mornings, and with his pedigree in there as well? Does it encourage coming into a race like the Kentucky Derby?
A lot of stamina in the pedigree, and just the way he trains, and what he did going a mile and an eighth there at Turfway. The distance shouldn't be an issue. I love the way he's trained on the dirt. I mean, listen, it's a question mark, but we've had a lot of other good horses that were able to transfer their form off the Turfway strip over to the dirt with Encino, Idiomatic, and several others. So, I'm confident that we'll get a good effort out of him on the dirt. Once again, has a lot to do with trip and, how fast they're going up front. So we'll see.
We mentioned Good Cheer, your favorite coming into the Kentucky Oaks. You know what it takes to win this race. She's been in a class act through 6 undefeated starts, but you mentioned unfinished business with her. What do you mean by that? And what are some potential vulnerabilities she might face next Friday?
Well, I think, she's accomplished a lot to have not won a Grade 1, right? But, I mean, she's never had an opportunity. So we'll see next Friday. I'm excited about the position she's in. And, in regards to her vulnerability, I don't know. I think that she handles a wet track, a fast track. She's beat everybody, cleared off when doing it that she's run against, and hopefully we can see more of the same. I will say this: she's another one that I've always thought the longer the better. So she's going to get another 16th of a mile next Friday. That I think's definitely, as long as she gets a good trip, no bumps in the road, she'll be fine.
We always want to see your horses do well during the Kentucky Derby week. Has she taken a step forward? Have you seen her do that coming off of her fairgrounds prep?
She's training awfully well. Her work this past week was, I loved it. I wasn't expecting her to go quite that quick, but she just cruised around there, and she's on it. She's ready to roll. She stood in the gate a couple times since her last race. She'll probably stand one more time next week, but she's ready to roll. She's doing great.
Well, Brad, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know there are a lot of folks out there that will be rooting on Team Cox to be physically in front, whether it be the Kentucky Derby or the Kentucky Oaks. So best of luck to Team Cox in that endeavor. We know you're going to be locked and loaded going into next week.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.